Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome. No, not like market, just like conferences and summits, things like that. Scented freedom. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Ashley. So I'm a candle business owner, and I was wondering where I should get my shipping supplies. I'd be more than happy to answer that. I'm going to go through this whole session, and because it's a YouTube live, and then I will be more than happy to answer these questions at the end. I'm going to let some more people pour in here, and then we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and star your question so that I can reach out to it later. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Hello, hello. What's up, Daryl? We got the Academy in the house. I'm ready for this. I always say that. Let me stop. I always act like it's something new each time. Where are you guys from? Let me know where you're from. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling today? Let me know how you're feeling. Because that I would love to know. I'm feeling amazing. I have a lot going on today, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be consistently back here. This is like going live 3 days in a row. It's been a while. We have Texas in the house. Hey, Shan. Welcome, welcome. Artistry like Bam from IG. You just gave me the Melanin Pumpkin comment. Thank you so much. Um, let's see. What else do we have going here? We have ATL in the building. We have Minnesota in the building. We have Ohio, but in North Carolina. Shanna's at a 9 today. We have Boston in the building. Let's see. You are feeling pretty awesome from Champaign, Illinois. I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for asking. Arlington, Virginia in the building. Perfect, perfect. All right, so what time is it? We are about 3 minutes in. I like to give 2 more minutes, and we are going to go deeper into T-Dub, you're in a cabin at the water. That is a 10 right there. I like that. I need some of that action right there, some vacation action. I'll get some in there. Okay, Seattle. Yes. I am a Seattle girl. All right. So, you know what? I'm excited. We're going to get started because I don't want to hold you guys too long. This is going to be quick to the point. I've compiled a list. So let's restart. Let's reset all together. This December, I went to an event that was amazing. I've always known networking was great. And the past year, I spent so much time going out to events all the time. It looks like I'm partying all the time. Yes, it does. But when in doubt, I'm actually out networking. I'm trying to see who's hosting these events, who's behind the bar, who owns the building. Like, these are the questions I go out and I want to know. So all my friends think it's funny because whenever we go out, they know they're not going to find me anywhere. Because in my mind, what's the point of hanging it? Like, I'll hang out with the people I came with, but I'll see you guys all the time. I need to go meet new people because meeting new people allows me to expand my circle, expand my resources, expand my reach. And that right there is how you're going to grow your business. We tend to get narrow-minded and deep into our business and tend to forget that there's a whole nother world out here that can help you get to where you need to go. And I, hands down, credit a majority of the growth of Black Sunflower to getting out there and networking. Now, let's be honest, I may not seem like it, but I am definitely an introvert, but I have extroverted tendencies. Once I get out in the mix, I definitely know how to make things happen. So I had made a promise to myself. I made a list of 10. I honestly want to attend at least three of these because, as you know, conferences and summits, they can get a little bit pricey on the pricier side. But the great thing with I hate saying the great thing, but COVID and quarantine, a lot of these have switched to virtual as well. So they have both in-person and virtual options, which are a bit more affordable. So what we're going to talk about today are, in no particular order, just some events that I feel that you should put on your list. At least try to think about attending or attending virtually. If not this year, make it on your list for next year, because I promise you, being in the rooms full of thought provokers, leaders, people who are trying to make things happen, it's going to change the way you think, the way you move, the way you act, your decisions within your business. You are the people that you surround yourself with. So why not go out to the places where the people that you want to be like are congregating? So with that being said, we're going to get started with the top 10. The first one, like I said, this is in no particular order. The top one, and we've all heard of it, but we all I think we hear about it. And I always say I'm going to go, but I never actually make the plans to go, but I think this year I want to. The first one is South by Southwest. If you know about it, South by Southwest is like a global conference, and it just brings digital creatives together, music, networking professionals, just a whole slew of people that are trying to make things happen, the thought provokers, the innovators, the changers. I mean, the entire conference is just something that's original. I say it's original. They have things that try to be like it, but there's not many events like South by Southwest. Every time I see the social media, the before pictures, the after, when people are there and they're sharing their experiences, I'm always like, man, I'm always disappointed every single time I see people who went and I did not take my time to take the time to go myself. So South by Southwest this year, it's March 10th through 19th in Austin, Texas. It currently costs about $545 to $13.95, like if you get the VIP package. They do have special student rates. And as you get closer to the event, I think the top price is $19.95. So also a lot of these places do have student rates. So definitely look into that when you're going to register. Sometimes if you contact them and ask them, they have special codes for students because they're all about getting people in here and building their communities and growing. So definitely South by Southwest. If you have not checked them out and you're close in the Austin, Texas area, or even if you're not, I would definitely put this on a list to go to. This one right here, this next one, I found, I never heard of it before, but I was like, you know what, this seems pretty cool. It's Dreamforce, and it's actually operated by Salesforce. If anybody uses any customer management systems, any CRMs, goes a customer relation, I forgot the name of it, but Salesforce, when you manage all your customers in the database, they have a whole conference, and it's a software conference, and they call it, they're bringing together trailblazers from across the world to share their amazing travels, experiences, insight, new launches, business possibilities, and fun in one location. This one is September 12th to the 14th of this year. Some of the past speakers, they've had Jennifer Hudson there, they've had Magic Johnson, they've had Bono there. So it's a pretty big event. I've never heard of it before, but this one kind of piqued my interest. And I was like, you know what? I haven't put this on my list. Now, of course, I have other ones that I've been wanting to go to for years that might trump this one this year. But this was definitely in a forerun for something I want to take a look at. The cost to attend, they have early bird passes right now that are $12.99. Standard passes are $15.99, and their last call passes are $2,000. Now, don't get scared. All of the stuff I'm telling you are not this pricey, but also you have to remember, you guys, these are investments. The things that you could come out of, the experiences and the people that you can meet from going to these places, astronomical. It will trump these prices. You will forget about the price once you're there and you leave with like, man, I never thought I would meet XYZ, or I never thought I'd be approached with XYZ opportunity. So don't get too like heartbroken when you hear these prices. It's just something that some of us we're gonna have to save for in order to make it work. We're willing to spend that much to go sit in Mexico on a beach and drink and party. Think about, you can do the same thing to help build your business. So that's just a little tidbit. Okay. The next one, I heard of maybe about 3-ish years ago, and then I start hearing more about it. This last year, they had one in New York, and I think the other one was in Atlanta. And I'm really mad that I didn't go to either of them. But CultureCon. CultureCon is the go-to destination for diverse creatives, entrepreneurs, and young professionals. And they said they are proud to feature engaging speakers from across the globe who are leading movement towards uplifting, fulfilling, healthier workplaces. Now, this is super important. Now, when I figured out where the location for 2023 was, I was a little bit like thrown off. They're having it in Madison, Wisconsin. So one thing I learned when putting this list together, that I might be introduced to places that I never really had on my list to visit, but given the experience that I know they're going to curate, I might be going to Wisconsin. I've never wanted to go to Wisconsin before, but I think I want to go to Wisconsin. It's August 16th and 17th of this year. The early bird cost, it actually ends December 31st, and it's $5.99. There's a discounted rate of $6.99 until April, and then as of August, it goes up to $8.99. They also, was pretty cool, they actually offer tickets. They say if you're in need and you want to visit or you want to come to CultureCon, send them a message. So in the registration page, there's a little line. If you just click on it, you could actually submit an application to possibly have your fees completely waived, partially waived. So they definitely want people to come and experience that. I know plenty of people who went to CultureCon. They love CultureCon. So this is not just me Googling. This one is also from word of mouth from some really awesome individuals. The next one, we've all heard of it, and some people think it's just a party. And that's what I like to tell, even let's say my parents. My parents tend to watch my son quite a bit when I go out and network. They're like, you're out partying again. I'm like, well, you know what? Sometimes that's what these events are. They're sort of like parties. And this next one, Essence Fest. So we've all heard of, if you've heard of Essence Fest, they have it in New Orleans. I think it's every July. I think it's the third week of July, last week of July, something like that. But not only is it a music festival featuring some of the most amazing artists across the nation, they also have discussions, meetup. It's all about building people up, encouraging, putting you in the right direction. So I feel Essence Fest is all about the feels. If you are kind of in a rut, you need some more motivation. You need to be around people who are just ready to get things going. And then music. Music makes us feel good. So having that combination of music and thought-provoking conversation can really help reset where you're going in your business. So I think I was going to go to Essence Fest last year. I ended up putting to the side, but I think this might be one of my three. I don't know. I keep saying this is one that's going on, and we're trying to figure it out, right? So the ticket prices for this one, it varies depending on the days that you're attending, because each day they have different artists. So it depends on who you like, what day you want to go, or what speakers you want to listen to. They cost around $120 for a single day, and then the 3-day can cost around $250, and then they do have VIP tickets as well. So that's a good one to take a look at. The next one is Afrotech. I actually didn't know about Afrotech. I had some friends that mentioned this one to me, and after doing more research, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. So it's a conference. It's the largest Black tech conference of the year, and they have over 2,000 Black tech innovators, and they have a series of digital and in-person events talking about programming, new trends that are coming out, of course, a lot of networking opportunities, and you just get to really talk with the leaders in the tech industry, because listen, tech runs the world right now. So we really want to make sure that you kind of know what's going on in that. Unfortunately, they didn't have the date out yet for 2023 because they just had the 2021. So I know they're probably recovering, but it is going to be in Austin. They didn't get the exact date or the month, but they did say it is going to be in Austin. So I'm assuming it's going to be closer towards the end of the year, but definitely another good one. This is one that I searched about and I never heard of before, but I thought it was pretty interesting and it's kind of close to me. So I was like, why not? It's called DigiMarCon, and this is the West. So they have a few of them. This one is, it says, hear from some of the most audacious and thought-provoking speakers in the digital marketing, media, and advertising industry. Gain insight into emerging strategies, the latest innovative technologies, and best practices to move your business to the next level. Network with thought leaders, unite with your peers, and build your professional network. So that's how they describe it. I thought this was pretty cool because it's an actual marketing event, almost like CultureCon. CultureCon is more of a marketing event, and I believe that this is a great thing, especially with social media and how quickly things change. Staying on top of what's going on with social media and marketing, I think is extremely important. So if you're having a hard time kind of grasping what's going on in the marketing world or what you should do, I think this would be a good one. It's in Los Angeles and they also have it online. So maybe I didn't specify, I might go to 3, but the ones that I can attend online, more than likely I'm going to attend because why not? It's July 11th and the 12th. They have a virtual pass. It actually ends February 3rd. This virtual pass is only $147. So definitely something to take heed of. I might just get that virtual pass. If not, the main conference is $547, and they have an all access pass for $897. Now, these are all early bird prices. The prices of these will go up. And at the end of this, I'm definitely going to put the links to all of these events. Give me a few days if you're watching the live right now, but I'll put the links to these down below in the description so you can actually click and go to all of these, or just go and visit them yourself if you can't wait, especially this virtual pass for $147 that ends February 3rd. If you're interested in that, definitely hop on it. The next one that I found I was so excited about to hear is the Forbes Power of Women Summit. Never heard of this one else before at all. This one, it says the Power Women Summit is the essential gathering of the most influential women in entertainment, media, and technology. The summit aims to inspire and empower women across the landscape of their professional careers and personal lives. They provide 2 days of education, workshops, and networking. Now, the in-person, unfortunately, is invite only, but they do have a virtual summit that you can visit. It's September of this year. They didn't give the exact dates yet because they just had theirs. And once again, they're probably recouping. As you see, a lot of these summits and conferences are usually held in the fall. And so getting the rest of their information, and I think I'm going to do, when I get more information on these events, because I'm definitely going to reach out and see what information, or maybe even get people to come on and talk about their events, because I want people to know before they spend their hard-earned money what exactly is going on, and how to utilize what am I trying to say? Slow down, Jasmine. Pretty much where people are going to spend their money, because like I said, these conferences are not cheap, and it would be great to actually have firsthand experiences or people who are actually working there tell us more about these events. So that will be my next thing that I'm working on for you guys. We're going to stick with Forbes as well, and we're going to talk about the Forbes 30 Under 30 Summit. I didn't know about this one as well, or either. This one's coming in November, and it says the brightest entrepreneurs and game changers are gathering in our new host city, Cleveland, Ohio. So they haven't been in Cleveland before. Join the world's top young leaders, founders, and creators for life-changing 4 days of connecting, learning, teaching, and building at the 2023 Forbes Under 30 Summit. October 8th through 11th, Cleveland, Ohio, but it's also virtual. I didn't see the prices for the in-person summit yet. They didn't have that available. But what's also cool, they are having one in Botswana, Africa. And I was like, that's pretty intriguing right there. That one's April 23rd to the 26th. They had one in Africa last year, and I guess it did so amazing they decided to have another one in Africa this year. And that would, it might not be on my list for this year, but I think I might have to take a peek at that one next year. Another one that I found is the Ernst & Young Strategic Growth Forum. This one was really interesting. Looking at their website, I never heard of this one before either. The Strategic Growth Forum is the country's most prestigious gathering of CEOs and high-growth entrepreneurs, C-suite executives representing global market leaders, and professional investment fund managers. So what intrigued me about this is being able to be in a conference with high-level decision-making CEOs, high-growth entrepreneurs. Like, these are the people who are at the top of the top. And if you want to be at the top, you need to rub shoulders with the people that are at the top, right? So I thought this was pretty cool. And it's talking about supercharging growth, strategic transactions in the marketplace, talking about capital, meeting potential customers, investors, acquisition. So it's a very high-level event. I'm going to look into more information on that because I couldn't really find much about pricing. I'm not sure if it's like an invite-only event, why I didn't see it, because sometimes they do that. This one's in Palm Springs in November 9th through the 12th. The next one, Inbound Summit. This was a new one that I found as well. And it says, if you're looking for the latest trends and developments, networking with like-minded professionals, or be inspired by some of the best minds in business, Inbound Summit is the event for you. It's actually hosted by HubSpot, and which is pretty cool. So content creators, digital marketers, social media, like this is the place. September 8th or 5th through the 8th in Boston, Massachusetts. It starts, the first tier actually already sold out. It was $675 for the first tier. The next tier that's available is $899. And I guess they sell the tiers until they sell out, which is cool. So now, I know I said this was in no particular order, but I'm a liar. I'm a liar because I saved the best for last. And I saved the best for last is because it's someplace I actually went, and I swear it changed the trajectory of my life just being at this place. It was the Operation Hope Global Forum. And I'm really mad that I never heard about this before, ever. And so because of that, I'm making sure I share it with you guys. So here's from their website exactly what they are looking to accomplish. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience. So the Operation Hope Global Forums are a community designed to galvanize thought and action around building an economy that works for everyone. We accomplish this through a series of carefully curated thought leadership events, digital engagement, research and writings, and public policy. Their annual meeting, which was just in December, with over 4,800 delegates representing 60 countries, the annual meeting is now the largest gathering in the world on behalf of empowering poor and underserved communities. Our purpose is to reimagine the global economy so the benefits and opportunities of free enterprise are extended to everyone. Listen, you guys. In that room, never would I have imagined the number of people. You guys, I met the senator, I met the mayor, Ambassador Andrew Young. I met, oh gosh, I can't even go. The CEOs of almost every major bank were there. We had PayPal, we had Delta, we had Walmart, journalists, Lisa Ross, who is the president of the number one networking or PR firm in the nation. Who else was there? The administrator for the Small Business Administration, and TD Jakes was there. Like the number of people, who is who, that is not only in Atlanta, but throughout the United States, they were there. And the conferences, what people talked about, the engagement, the love, I kind of threatened some friends, not just because I was going there to speak at the pitch competition, but in general, when I found out what this event was about, I'm like, I don't care if you come to see me or not, but you need to be in that building. And every single person that I told to come, they were like, I am so glad. Like, this was the best experience ever. And it really makes me sad that, like I said, I didn't know about it before. So out of all of these events, especially if you're in the South, in the Atlanta area, you need to put this on your list. It's held every December in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm hands down going to be there next year. This is at the top of my list. And I think every year moving forward, because the numbers that I came with, the numbers that are in my phone now, the contacts and the emails that I have, never in a million years would I believe that I would have access to these people. The people that I've been texting, never would have imagined that I would just be casually texting some of these people. And this is all from going out, networking, like stepping out on fear, because having a conversation is not as hard as we think, especially when you go to these events that people, they're there to talk. They're there to meet. So with this being said, I hope this list kind of gave you guys a good little rundown of some of the awesome events that they have going on. Like I said, I'm gonna put all of these in the comments, I think I'm on Instagram Live right now. I'll put all of these in the summary below so that you guys can actually see what's going on. I'm going to dive into these questions real quick. Oh, yes. Ashley said you could write it off. I'm going to scroll back to the top because I knew I missed a few things here. I'm going to answer the questions about this. I'm going to answer 1 and 2 questions, not about networking. But before we get that far, I want to let you guys know that tomorrow in the Academy, I told you the events, but once you get to these events, how do you network? How do you network up? Who do you talk to? And sometimes when we network, we enter conversations that we were like, this isn't really going to benefit me, and I want to make the use of my time. How do you step out of those conversations? How do you follow up? How do you keep these connections? The fact that I mentioned it, I think it was yesterday, when I went to Atlanta, 2 days prior, I contacted somebody that I met last time I was in Atlanta in August. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need a photographer. Will you come out and take pictures? He said, I got you. Don't worry about it. He said this because I harnessed that relationship, or we harnessed that relationship over that time span. I didn't just meet him in August, contact him 2 days before my event, and he said, I got you no matter what, because I didn't contact him. And it doesn't take a lot, you guys. It doesn't take a lot to keep these relationships and fostering these friendships. It doesn't take that much. So in the Academy, we're definitely going to be talking about that. If you're interested, if you go back on Instagram, sorry to have you guys going back and forth, but on Instagram, if you just type in the word trial in the DMs on Black Sunflower Academy, you'll get a free 3-day trial. So with that being said, let me go up here. Arjun said, do I do a lot of virtual networking? I actually do not. This year, I plan to do more virtual networking and spending more time looking into virtual networking events. But in the past, I have not. Most of my networking has been on the ground, in person. And listen, networking doesn't necessarily have to be these huge events. Networking can be as little as going out to a networking event in your local area. Like my girl, Basa Gordon, she has her media mixers. I make sure I'm at every single media mixer, not just because she's my girl and I'm a supporter, but also there's just quality people there that are trying to network, trying to get their word out. And you never know who you're going to meet, and you never know how other people can help you. Hey, Latoya. She said, I love meeting like-minded entrepreneurs. It does something, like it definitely thrives you. It changes things. Let's see. Ashley says Salesforce is in her everyday 9 to 5. HubSpot is also a great resource for small businesses. That is a great fact. HubSpot has a lot of great resources. So I'm pretty sure that their conference is going to be on point. So that inbound is definitely one that I'm looking towards. Ashley, I didn't know you're from Cleveland. All right. Perfect. I'm trying to think. I think that's all the questions. Does anybody else have any other questions? I have a few non-networking related questions that I definitely would like to cover. I'll cover one or two of those. And then we'll probably end this here. And also let me know what you guys thought about this. Is this something that you guys like? I was originally just going to make this list just for me, and I decided, why not share it with everybody? Because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who could use this information. Do I still use business cards? I do. I have a combination of both, particularly because it depends on the demographic that you're working with. There's some people who still like traditional business cards, but I actually use a program called, where is it at? I think it's called Blink, BLINQ. I use BLINQ, and what it does is it brings up, and this is the free version, you guys. I pay for that, but it brings up the QR code. Move Facebook. Brings up the QR code. It has the information there. You can kind of put whatever. And then on my home screen, instead of even opening that, there's just a big QR code on my phone. So I use that in conjunction with business cards. Do I have a pitch template for forging those conversations with networking? Well, that's something we're talking about in the academy. But just to let you know, I kind of I've learned to listen more. Main reason is because when I approach somebody, I tend to ask them more questions to kind of gauge who they are, what they're doing, what their intention of actually being at the event is, before, instead of just going up to everyone and spewing out my speech. Hey, I'm me. This is what I'm doing. And because I also have so many different entities of Black Sunflower, I don't know which direction to actually go with each person. So that's another one. Let's see. There's 2 introvert questions. I love this. Being an introvert, how do you get up the nerve to start talking to people you don't know? Because I'm a serious introvert. Hi, Annie. So first of all, it's almost like it's the momentum. You have to get the ball rolling. Once I got the ball rolling and I saw the benefit of just stepping out there and the reception that I was receiving from people, it made it easier. Here's a little trick that I use. So we have quite a few candle makers and stuff in here, or even if you're not a candle maker, find your most amazing fragrance. This is a trick. I call it my liquid business card. My honey. I use honey. I put honey on. Kid you not, the first day at that Operation Hope Global Forum, everyone's like, oh my God, who is that? I don't even have to break the ice. People come to me. What is that smell? You smell amazing. Oh, it's my fragrance. Oh, it's my fragrance. That's me. And they were like, oh, wait, what? And then I tell them more about my business. It literally allows me to open up the conversation. So if you are a candle maker and you have a fragrance that you love, make it into a little spray. Use that as your liquid business card. It allows me to open up. It allows people to come to me. And with that, the day 2 of the conference, I walked through the conference and people said, I knew you were here. That. And they will forever remember that. So that's one thing. I hope that helps, Annie. And then we have advice for introverts that don't enjoy networking. That right there, the same thing. You will enjoy networking once you realize what it does for your business. When you realize what it's going to do for your business, and you have this vision and this dream that you're trying to achieve, that it'll go away. Because most times I am happy in my bed, cuddled up on my computer, but take a moment to step out. And you don't even have to start at something so big, but sometimes start going to these big events. It's so inspirational, just seeing all the encouragement and all the love. Sometimes it's good to go something big. And if not, look for something small in your city. Whatever the major conference center in your city is, Google. Like mine, that would be Seattle Convention Center, and see what events they have going on there. So you don't necessarily have to fly across the country to find amazing events. We all have amazing events within our communities as well. So definitely take heed to that. Any other questions? Any? All right, so I'm gonna answer this real quick. We're gonna step over to some non-networking questions. I'll do like one or two of them, and then we'll proceed out. I'm just an illustrator, but learning about all small new businesses. So one, you're not just an illustrator, you are an illustrator. And learning about businesses. My academy is about all businesses. It just so happens I have a lot of candle makers because that's what I started off with, is candles. So never say you're just, never minimize your talent, your gift. That's what you're here doing. And yes, but you know what? Coming out, learning, I think even just you as an illustrator, you don't know how many people are looking to write books, textbooks. I don't know if you just do like cartoons type stuff, because I see art and comics, a lot of like nursing books, things like that. They're always looking for illustrators. So you never know going to these events who you're going to meet. So like I said, I'm not super big into tech. I got my phone, I got my MacBook. Like basically if Apple comes out with it, I kind of just buy it. I'm a sheep. But that tech conference sounds interesting because those are people who are really being thought-provoking and putting forward new ideas and innovation. So you don't always have to stay within your niche when looking at networking events. I encourage you to look at stuff outside of whatever your niche is. So somebody says, Scented Freedom says, are you still here? So I'm a candle business owner, and I was wondering where I should get my shipping supplies. Uline is a good one. Also before that, sometimes you can find local packaging suppliers in your area. It'll be a little bit cheaper and you can save on shipping. So a lot of people within your area, almost everyone has packaging supplies, because there are a lot of companies around you who need shipping supplies. Not everyone gets them shipped in. Uline's one of the major ones that a lot of people use. The next one, thank you so much. And where should I get my website for starting? You guys know, if you guys follow me, Shopify, hands down, Shopify is easy to use. Their new free templates are amazing. And then also Shopify Capital. If you track all your sales or do all your sales through Shopify, they will give you a loan based upon the successfulness of your business. So no Venmo, no Cash App, anything like that. Just go ahead and have all your sales run through Shopify, and without a credit check, bank statements, anything like that, they will offer you a loan. So that's two of those. I hope those help for you. Let's see. You'll have to go back and rewatch the start of live. Yes, definitely. As soon as I end it, you can just go ahead and watch it from the beginning. There's a lot of great stuff in there. And thank you so much, Latoya. I appreciate you. I'm here because I want us all to win. And so with that being said, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come and listen to what I have to say. I'm going to get this typed up below so that you can actually have this information with the links. Go ahead and research them yourself. See which ones work for you, what's in your area. Definitely take a look at the virtual ones, and I might do another one that just is virtual conferences. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty much anything that I'm looking to do for myself, I'm going to just share it with you guys, because sometimes we just need a little bit of help with finding the next place to go within our business, and that's what I'm here for. So I appreciate you guys so very much. You can be anywhere in the world, but right now you guys are here with me, and for that I am thankful. I will catch you guys tomorrow in the Academy, where we're doing how to network. We are going to teach you more tips and tricks on how to network efficiently, and make the most out of your time and your money, because that is very important. If you're interested in joining the Academy, you can sign up for a free 3-day trial. I'll actually put a link below for that as well. But until then, if you're catching that before the link is below, just go over to Instagram at Black Sunflower Academy. That's BLK Sunflower Academy, and DM the word trial, and I'll get you guys taken care of. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Take care. Peace.